Hi everyone, welcome to day 25 of our journey with the Celtic Saints, and today is the feast day of St Cairan, spelled C-I-A-R-A-N, St Cairan. He seems a quite unusual character in that he was the long-awaited son of an Irish poet called a bard, and prophecies were given about him just as prophecies were given to Abraham that Isaac would come into the world. Prophecies were given about Cairan by Columba and Bridget and many of the great heroes and heroines of the Celtic tradition, that this would be a very special young person, and he turned out to be. He went on in his early life to train as a monk, as so many of these Celtic saints did, and one of the great stories about him was the calming of a wild dog, because what happened was this wild dog was set upon him by a group of thugs, and he recited one of the great psalms in the face of the dog, Psalm 20. It says this, it says, "Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of Yahweh our God." And with that, the dog became much more docile and eventually lay down and became a friend. Incredible story. But so the stories go on. Cairan founded a monastery eventually at a place called Clonmacnoise, C-L-O-N-M-A-C-N-O-I-S-E, Clonmacnoise, and it became a centre of Christianity for over 1,000 years. And it was a place where peace was known to be in abundance, because two warring tribes settled their disputes and actually created a peace that surrounded the whole monastery and indeed the whole community for over 1,000 years. Incredible stories about this gentleman, and it's still one of the most revered of all the Irish areas to go and visit as a sacred site. So this is St Cairan. What can we learn from this gentleman as we journey in our day-to-day lives today? Well, I think one of the things can be that we can wonder how we fit in as a Christian community, because there seems to be people on the news and the televisions who have far more gifts, people even in our own communities who have either more wealth or more talent and more skills than we have. Maybe that they're younger, or that maybe that they seem bolder, brasher, more clever, whatever it may be. But we have a gift that we can share with them, and that is to bless. One of the things about St Cairan is where it was said of him, wherever he went, he shared God's blessing, and he was indeed a blessing with all whom he met. And what an inspiration that is, that we don't have to be the cleverest, the most attractive, the most whatever, but we can indeed be a person of blessing, encouraging, supporting, enabling. It's said not only of the dogs, but St Cairan would bless the dye that was used by the women to make clothing, and that was seen as, why would somebody do that? But St Cairan, in how he saw things, was that God was trying to help, in this case, these women make the best clothing they could, so that they would feel they were becoming the best people they could become, and so was constantly trying to build people up. What a wonderful gift, not just in the 6th century when St Cairan lived, but actually in the 21st century where we live. Who is going to be the person who seeks to build others up, no matter where they come from, whatever their background, that we can be instruments of God's blessing wherever we go. And of course, with the news at the moment about the young people and all that's going on for them, who believes in them? Who sees beyond their grades, what they did get or what they didn't get, but actually seeks to see them and to enable them to become fully the wonderful young people and the next generation that they can be? This may well be part of the vocation of the church, and we may feel that what can we offer? We have nothing that they might be interested in, maybe, but we have our love, and more importantly, we have God's love, and we want to share that with others. So that wonderful Bible reading is true, but not because we're more strong or braver or whatever. It's just that we know a love that surpasses all other loves, the love of Jesus in our hearts. It says this: some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of Yahweh our God. They are bowed down and fallen, but we will rise up and stand upright. Psalm 20, verses 7 to 8. May that be true, not just for ourselves, but as we seek to be a blessing in our communities and in this generation. So thank you to St. Cairan, and have a good rest of the day. God bless. Bye for now. Bye.